Good day, everyone. Today we shall be diving into quadrilaterals. We'll be exploring the fascinating world of quadrilaterals from their basic definition to advanced construction. So, this lesson will cover various types and their unique properties, as well as the way to construct them. So, let's dive into this. What is a quadrilateral? Quadrilaterals are fundamental plane figures defined by four straight lines. So firstly, they are plane figures because they only have two dimensions, okay? And then they are defined by four straight lines. So when you see any shape with four straight lines, just know that that shape is an example of quadrilaterals. So the key property of this shape is that the sum of all the angles makes 360 degrees. Of course, because it is made up of four lines, definitely it will have four angles. As you could see in this diagram, we have line DC, that's first line BC, that's second line BA, that's third line, and line AD, that's fourth line. So the four lines coming together makes a quadrilateral. And because of the four lines that have made one another, we also form four angles. You could see angle D here, angle A, angle B, and angle C. So the sum of the interior angle is equals to 360 degrees. When you sum up all the angles in the quadrilateral, it gives us 360 degrees. You can also see an internal red line here. This red line is known as a diagonal. A diagonal is a straight line connecting any two opposite angular points within a figure. Okay, so the line that joins two opposite angles together is known as what? Diagonal. So we see that this line is joining angle B and angle D together. So this is diagonal 1, and this other diagonal also is joining angle C with angle A, that's diagonal 2. Alright, so I want to say that about quadrilateral definition. Let's now talk about the key types of quadrilaterals. We have the one that we call the trapezoid. The trapezoid type of quadrilateral, of course, we said they have four lines. So trapezoid is the type of quadrilateral that has one pair of parallel sides. Okay, and then the area of this quadrilateral is the first parallel line plus the second one divided by 2 times h. As you could see here, this is a typical trapezoid. See that it has four line, this first line, second one, third one, and fourth one. And there are two lines that are parallel here. This upper one here and the down one here, they are parallel. Okay, and then they add the vertical height. So one pair of the sides are parallel to each other. That's what makes a trapezoid. And by formula, the area of a trapezoid is the shorter parallel line and plus the longer parallel line divided by 2, then times the vertical height. Then another type of quadrilateral we have is called the isosceles trapezoid. Okay, the word isosceles means the same. Okay, now in this case, non-parallel sides are actually the same. They have the same length. Okay, and this is an example of isosceles trapezoid. These two sides here, this side and this side, are not parallel, and they are the same. So because of the fact that they are not parallel, and then they are the same, it's known as what? Isosceles trapezoid. The word isosceles means that they are the same. So two non-parallel sides that are equal. Okay, we also have the rectangular trapezoid. In this case, non-parallel sides are perpendicular to the base. Okay, in this case now, this side there and this other side there are not parallel, but one of the side is at 90 degrees. When we say perpendicular, it means at 90 degrees to the base. The base here is capital B. All right. So aside from this, we also have other types of quadrilateral. Okay, the common one, we have the square. The square has four equal sides and four right angles. As you see here, all the sides of a square are equal, and then each of the angle in a square are 90 degrees, which we call right angle. Then we have rectangle as another common quadrilateral. In this case, the opposite side at the equal side, okay, but it also has the right angle at an angle 90 degree, at each of the angle at angle 90 degree. Then we have the rhombus. The rhombus is just like the square with four equal sides, but the angles are not angle 90 degree. This is a rhombus. All the sides are equal, but the angles are not angle 90 degree. Just like for square, the four sides are equal, but the angle here are angle 90 degree. So that's the difference between a square and a rhombus. A rhombus and a square have their side to be equal, but for a rhombus, there is no angle 90 degree. Meanwhile, a square has angle 90 degree. And then the last one of among the quadrilaterals that are common is known as the rhombus, the rhomboid. The rhombus and the rhomboid are different. Unlike the rhombus that all the four sides are equal, the rhomboid, all the sides are not equal. It's only the opposite sides are equal. Okay, so we can say that the rhombus and the rhomboid has some similarity, just like the square and the rectangle has some similarity. For the square and the rectangle, all their interior angle has angle 90 degree each. Then for rhombus and the rhomboid, there is no angle 90 degree in their angles. Okay, so having said that, can we now talk about the family of parallelogram? Parallelogram are angles that have their side to be parallel, right? So number one is the parallelogram itself. For parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. You see here now. So this is an example of parallelogram. The opposite side, this side here and this side here, they are what? They are equal and then they are parallel. Then the other side here, this side and this side are the opposite. They are also equal and parallel. So this is a typical example of a parallelogram. Another family member of a parallelogram is the square, like we mentioned earlier. In square, a square is a type of parallelogram with equal sides and all right angles. So this is a square, like we mentioned earlier. The opposite sides are equal, and then each of the angles is 90 degrees. What makes a square a member of a parallelogram? Because it has opposite sides but parallel. One that is parallel side, then it's a parallelogram. Then we also have the rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram with equal side but no right angle. This is it here. So opposite sides are also equal. That's why it is called parallelogram, because opposite sides are parallel and then they are equal in this case. So whenever the sides are parallel, they are under family of parallelogram. So a rhombus has opposite sides to be parallel and equal. All right, just like a rhomboid to have opposite sides to be parallel and equal. So all of these are families of parallelogram because they have at least one of their opposite sides to be parallel to each other. All right. Now, how do we construct a square? There are two ways of going about it. You can be given a side and you'll be asked to construct a square, or you can be given a diagonal and you'll be asked to construct a square. Now, when you are given a side, you draw the line that the side given to you. The next thing is to erect perpendicular line on that line, on the drawn line. Third step is to make an arc to intersect and then join the point. If you are given a diagonal, is to draw two intersecting horizontal and vertical lines to meet at O, and from the center of O you make your arc with the radius of the diagonal, and then you join. So how do we go about this practical? Let's visualize this. Now you have a square. Now you want to construct a square given a line. This is a particular line given to you now. How do you now go about constructing the square? Very simple. You get you erect angle 90 degree at the edge of the line given. This line given here. So you get your set square to do that. All right. So that's very simple. This is set square here. This is a set square. So I place it in parallel to the line. All right. And then I get my pencil and draw. Okay. I'll draw a line. I'll draw a line to be at 90 degree with that. Okay. You see, with my set square, because this set square has angle 90 degree already. So I'm only using to get the angle 90 degree. So having done that, I can now take away my set square and take it away. I can put it aside. And now I need to know the measurement of this length. So I need to know the measurement by getting my ruler. So I get my ruler. Okay, get my ruler here. So this is a ruler. I measure this, the length given to me. I want to know the length of the line given. So this is like 7.6. So with this 7.6 now, okay, from 0 to 7.6, I can now rotate my ruler to the other side of the line to get my 7.6 because the square has all the sides to be equal. So I place my ruler on that line to get my 7.6. Okay, so I place it and get my ruler, my pencil, complete the drawing, the line to make it 7.6. So it's all 7.6 now. Then I can now remove, this. So I can now remove this. That is already 7.6. Okay. So I haven't done that. Then I can get my compass and place it. I get my compass, adjust the radius of the compass to of the length given to me. That's 7.6 now. With that now, I take the center of my radius to the edge, place it here, rotate my compass and make an arc this way. Again, I move my compass to the other edge. I move to this other edge here. Let me rotate this. So I move it to this other edge here. Okay. I move to the other edge here. The other edge of the second line I drew, the perpendicular. Then I can now make another arc to intersect the first arc I've drawn this way. So I haven't done that. All I need to do is to take away my compass, get my pencil, and join this point with this edge here. That will give me my third line. So I join it with this. See? That's join it with this. And again, I join it the same point, I join it with the other point here. And this is how to construct a square. Okay, this is how to construct a square using your compass, your ruler, and your set square. Okay, so I haven't done that. Let's talk about how to construct a rectangle. It's also very simple, just the same procedure. In this case now, when you're given the length and the breadth of a rectangle, you have to construct a rectangle. How do you go about it? The first step is to draw the length given to you, and then the breadth, you draw the breadth using your set square to draw your 90-degree and then measure it. And then from there, you make an arc and make an arc again and join them. So let's visualize this to see how it works. So given a rectangle of length 5 centimeter and breadth 3 centimeter, and then you have to construct this shape. So you have to draw your length 5 centimeter first by getting your ruler. So I guess this line is already 5 centimeter. Let's measure it. So this is 5 centimeter already. Okay, fine. So the next thing now is to get our set square. And measure angle 90-degree. All right. So this is my set square here. So I place the angle 90 part of the set square on the line. Make sure it's parallel to the line, and get my pencil to draw the line to intersect to form angle 90-degree. Can you see with your ruler? They haven't done that, then you can take away your set square. Let me take it away. And then, since this is 3 centimeters, all you need to do is get your Get your compass, your ruler first, get your ruler first, then get your compass. With your compass, you can now adjust the radius of the compass to 3 centimeter since the breadth is 3 centimeter. So this is from 0. I will reduce this to 3 centimeters. So this 3 centimeter here. So that's it. So I've gotten what I need from the ruler. Then I can now move my compass to the location I need it to be. Okay, so I move it here. I move it to this point here. Okay, I move to this point here, to the to the the limiting point, and then I rotate it. Having rotated it, I will now use it to make an arc on this vertical line. So that arc is measuring 3 centimeters for us. So having done that, I can now take it away from there. So all I need to do now is I'm going to take it away from there. I'm taking it to the other edge. I'm taking it to the other edge now. It's the other edge of the line. Okay. And again, I'll come here and make another arc like this. See that? Then I will now adjust my compass to 5 centimeters, the length again. So I will make sure I come to the length to get the measurement. So I will take it to be sure that it's 5 centimeters. Place it and so so I want to get 5 centimeters now. So starting from the extreme right here, I will adjust my compass. So this is already 5 centimeters. So now that I've gotten that, I can now place my compass at this edge. Let me rotate it first. Rotate it like this. Then place it at the other edge here. This edge here. Okay. Okay. To be short. Okay, so you place at this edge and then bring it here. This is the edge you're bringing actually. Bring to this edge here. Rotate it. Rotate it to that point. Then you can now make an arc here. See that? So I haven't done that. All you now need to do is to join this point with this point to measure the length, the parallel length. This is now to this point here. And then join this point with this point. So with this now, we have succeeded in constructing rectangle of length 3 centimeters and breadth 5 centimeters. Alright? So having done that, let's also talk about how to construct a parallelogram. Number one is to draw the side given to us. When you have to construct a parallelogram, that you are given two sides and one angle. Okay, a parallelogram with two sides and one angle. The first step is to draw one side, okay, and then construct the angle, okay, and from the one side, from the second point of the one side, you measure the radius and you make an arc, okay, and the next step is to locate the first point of that side and you make another arc. So to make it more visible, let us do the practical of this. All right. So if you are given a parallelogram like this of 10 centimeters and 4 centimeters and then angle 120 degrees. So first thing you need to do here is to actually draw your 10 centimeters uh, line. Okay. But to make it more easier, you will need to construct angle 120 degrees. But first of all, draw your straight line, your horizontal straight line. Draw a straight line. Sorry. So you draw a straight line. like this. So this is a straight line, the horizontal straight line. Yeah, let's get a perfect. Okay, so this is a straight line. That's the first thing you need to do. Draw a straight line. All right. Now the next thing you need to do now is to get your compass and measure your angle 120. This is my compass now. To get your compass, adjust it to a reasonable radius and then bring it here. Bring it here. Okay. Just a reasonable radius that of your choice. Rotate it and place the center of this compass on the line you have drawn. If we are looking at constructing angle 120-degree. Okay. So then you can see adjust this a little lower. Then haven't done that, then you can now use this. You can use this to make semicircle, right? So you can just use it to draw a semicircle on that line. Just swinging the compass like this. This is a semicircle. And then with the same radius of the compass, do not tamper with the radius. The same radius, take it to the last end. Take it to that end here. And then you adjust it, you swing it. I won't swing it. Then you make an arc. You make an arc here. So these points and the center here, you join them together with your ruler. But take away your compass first. Then get your ruler. For me, I'm using a perfect line on the computer. So with your ruler, join this point with this point here. Your ruler, join it with this point. Okay? Join it with this point where the intersection occur. I mean this point here. Let me draw it again. This point and this point. So you join it, the point where the radius of the semicircle, join it with this point here. Okay, to see. Now, you have succeeded. Boom. That's it. Now the angle 120 has been achieved. This angle here, between this place and this place, is angle 120-degree. This one here. So this angle 120-degree. Now that means from this point downward, we need to be 10 centimeters. So I get my ruler here. I get my ruler and I will extend my line 120 start from here. So I will extend it to 10 centimeter. Okay, so we are going out of range. Let's capture all our work so that we don't miss out anything. Okay, so now between this point downward, I want to get length 10 centimeter. So this is from 10 to downward. If you extend the line, we get 10 centimeter. Okay, so I get my pencil, and now we extend it to 10. Okay, it's not up to 10. So I extend it to 10, then I can now take this away. All right, so I've extended it to 10. All right, so that's it. Now the line is thin now, so you use equal thickness of line. That from this point down to this place is 10 centimeter, and this is it here. Okay, so the next thing you need to do now is to measure this 4 centimeter also. The other length of this side here have to be 4 centimeter. So I get my ruler and I will get my compass too. Take my compass there. I want to get 4 centimeter length. Let me make my compass in the horizontal form so that I can measure length 4 centimeter on the ruler. Okay, so this is 3. Okay, so I extend it to 4. Okay, so it's 4 already. So this is 4 centimeters. So now I take my ruler off, bring down Bring down my compass here. Bring down my compass here. Then rotate my compass to that line and make an arc. That arc represents 4 centimeters. Excuse me. So make an arc. So this is 4 centimeter now. So having done that, I'll still move my compass to the other extreme of the 10 centimeter length. Make another arc here. Make another arc here. All right. So your arc should be long enough. So make a long arc so that it can be intersected by the second arc. So I make a long arc this way. Then I will now bring my ruler again to get my 10 centimeter. I want to up. No, you remember that 10 centimeter have to be up also. So I get my compass and take it to the ruler side to measure 10 centimeters. Measure 10 centimeters. Okay, so this is 4 already, so I extend it to 10. So this is 10. So I haven't gotten what I want, but I take my compass. Okay, I'll take my compass. This is at this other point where the 4 centimeter have been measured. Okay, and then make sure the center of my compass is there. Okay, so I can now rotate my compass I will swing my compass to intersect this other line here. So I have to make it intersect it. Good. That's it. So having achieved this aim, I will get my ruler and my pencil, join these points where they have intersected with the extreme of the 10 centimeter here. The same point, I will join it with this point here of 4 centimeter. And boom, I've achieved my aim of constructing a parallelogram of 10 centimeter in length, 4 centimeter in breadth, and 120 degrees, as you could see. So this is how to construct a parallelogram. All right. Now, what about rhombus and rhomboid? How do we construct a rhombus, and a rhomboid? To construct a rhombus with a side and a diagonal, you draw the diagonal, and then from there you get the radius of the side given and make an arc above and below. Then the same applies to the B part of the diagonal given, and you make an arc up and above. To make this thing simple for us, let us just do a visual work on this, a practical part of it. So, given a rhombus of diagonal 5 centimeter and side 3 centimeter, construct. Very simple. You draw the diagonal. So by getting your pencil and you draw your straight line. You draw a straight line. So you draw a straight line of okay. Let's get our ruler and measure 5 centimeters. So this is our ruler now. So we get our pencil and draw a line of 5 centimeter as given in the question. So that's it. Not perfect. Let's avoid parallax error by making sure you are looking vertically downward on the ruler. So this is 0, beyond 0 already. So when you are doing vertical construction work, you have to be very meticulous. Okay, so this is okay. All right, so that's it, 5 centimeter. Now, having done that, so you cannot take away your ruler. The next thing you need to do now, okay, you return your ruler and get your compass. Remember that we have 3 centimeters of side, so you need your compass You need a compass of radius 3 centimeter. So you take close to your ruler and measure 3 centimeter. You adjust your compass to 3 centimeter length. This is more than 3, so I will adjust it. So to 3 centimeters. So I haven't done that. Then I can now step out my ruler, move my, this is 3 centimeter now, radius of compass. So I'll move it. Okay. Okay. So this is, I need to adjust it to, I need to expand it to move it. So I will move it here and then bring in my ruler so that I can be able to adjust. That's the nature of the compass. Okay. Now I can now measure it again. I can measure it again. So this is 3 centimeters. Okay, so I haven't done that, so I can now rotate it. Let me take away my ruler now. Then I'll make an arc up here. Okay, and then take it downward again. Make an arc down. The same radius. A rhombus have equal sides. So then you can take it again. You can take it again. Okay. Let me move it. Okay. So now you take it to the other edge of the line with the same radius, 3 centimeter. Do not tamper it. Rotate it and strike another arc to intersect this. Okay. Swing it downward to intersect the second one as well. Let it intersect the second one this way. Boom. You have succeeded. You can now adjust, and you can take away your compass now. So what you now need to do now is to join this point with this point here. So I get my ruler, I join this point here, this point, I join it with this point here. The same point again, I join it, the second point here. The same point, this particular point, I join it with the arc below the point here. Okay, and this point I join it with this point here. Okay, so this is how to construct a rhombus with 3 centimeter side and 5 centimeter diagonal. All right, so I will leave it to you to construct a rhomboid, okay, of two different sides. All right, this time around 3 centimeter side and 6 centimeter side. I'll leave you to construct following the instruction given in the step here. Follow this step here. You'll be able to do that. All right. So aside that, I will also want you to construct a parallelogram with side 10 centimeter and angle of 120 centimeter on your own. Try it on your own. Okay, try it on your own, and then construct a square given that the diagonal is 5 centimeter, following the step given in the previous slide. All right, so thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye for now.